third hit of the inning, and really a big one considering it came with two outs. The Beavers did not want to come out of that inning with the bases loaded and nobody out with no runs, and they are not going to do so now. And the only problem is Kelly hit it so hard, it got to Godoy in center field so that Peterborough couldn't really try to score. Now that brings up Bella Garcia, who grounded out her first time. Bella takes inside for a ball, coming in at .484, 8 runs batted in. Caps picks up her 10th run batted in of the season. So Bella 0 for 1 today. Hitting from the left side, the shortstop. Out of Rockland. She lets that one go on the outside corner, though. Called strike 1-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1 run in. We're tied at 1. Here from AR. Garcia chops that one out off the glove of the third baseman, picked up by Perea at short, but no play, and that is an infield single and RBI for Garcia, and the Beavers have taken the lead in this one 2-1. Peterborough scores. Ariana now at third. Over at second is Caps. Garcia picks up her 9th run batted in. Just a tough play by Torres at third. She had to flag it down because I don't think if it gets by her, the shortstop Perea is going to have a play on it. It went off the glove of Torres. Single for Garcia. Now Sophie Peterborough is coming to the plate. She popped to short her first time. And bases loaded, nobody out. 2 strikeouts in a row, but the Beavers come through with Caps and Garcia delivering RBI singles, and they've taken the 2-1 lead off of Madison Nelson and the Mustangs. And here's Sophie Peterborough, sophomore from Roseville. Driven in 5 runs on the season, got a couple out there. Outfield playing a little bit over to the left for the left-handed hitter. She takes that one high for a ball. She was going to swing, but she heard her dad next to me yell, "High, don't swing," and she didn't swing. So that's good parenting right there. That's solid work. If I told my kid not to swing, he would strike out on 1 pitch. He'd just go, just to spite me. Here's the 1-0 coming up. That one is on the outside corner for a strike. One ball and 1 strike on Sophie. 351 on the year. She's out in center field today. Here's the 1-1. That's inside, but she pulls it down the right field line. I think that was kind of an off-speed pitch, and it kind of came in close to her, and she said, "I'm going to take this one," and she turned on it, but she hit it foul down the first base line. So it's 1 ball and 2 strike on Sophie. Jacqueline Young, the number 3 hitter, is on deck if Sophie can keep things going for the Beavers, who have scored twice here, to make it 2-1. Look out. Nelson's pitch was inside, but Peterborough's, I thought, might be hit with it, but she decided to swing at it instead, and she's driving her dad into it. He's just has no idea what's going on up here, which he needs to concentrate on his job, which is scoreboarding. 1-2 pitch coming up again. That's it out towards second base, picked up and thrown over to first by Tovar, and Peterborough is retired. So 2 runs, 4 hits. They left a couple. We go to the top of the third, and the Beavers lead this one 2-1.
Now, back with the play-by-play right here on Stones Radio Network.
Top of the order for the Mustangs in the top of the third. They now trail 2-1 after the Beavers put a Couple of runs on the board in the bottom of the second. It'll be Caitlin Campbell, then Michaela Gracio, and Ali Perea, the first three. Campbell struck out her first time up, the right-hand hitting catcher. Hitting .353 on the season, though. She does have a home run up against Bree Romero, who now has herself a 2-1 lead, and her first pitch is bunted at and missed by Campbell. 0-1. Gracio to follow, and then Ali Perea. Brisk day for baseball out here at Becky Russ Field. Wind blowing from left to our right. Next pitch is, I waited on it, popped it up, foul down the first baseline. Giving chase was Young and McKay, but they couldn't get to it. And Campbell will have another chance. It's like she was not going to swing, and then it came in so slowly, she said, I'm going to swing anyway, and lofted it down the right field line. Far enough foul that no one could get to it, though, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Caitlin Campbell. Freshman from Ripon High. Listed as a utility player on the roster and is behind the plate today. Like a couple of other Mustangs, she has the left foot pulled way back from the plate. Wide open stance, 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got her on strikes. Good pitch by Bria Romero right there. Got Campbell, and here's Michaela Gracio, who singled her first time up. Dropped one right over shortstop Bella Garcia's head into left center field. But she was stranded. Actually, she was forced on the next play by Perea's ground ball. So just a short stint on the bases for Michaela last time. Sophomore out of Sierra waits for the first pitch and chops at that one and back to the screen. So it's 0-1 on Gracio. Designated player for San Joaquin Delta today. 5-5 in conference play for the Mustangs. 9-6 on the season overall. 0-1 coming up. Bunts at that one right in front of the plate. It's picked up by third baseman to first, but not going to be in time. So Gracio with the bunt single. Peterborough's picked it up, but it kind of died. The reason it died, I think, maybe is because it hit somebody. Okay, so it's going to be a foul ball. That's why it went dead so quickly. And we're going to have strike 2. So everybody was fooled by that one, me and Rick. Although Rick's just the scoreboard guy, so he really doesn't have to watch everything, so that's on me. 0-2. Gracio with her right foot as from the left side. That's way out on the outside line of the batter's box. Here's the pitch, and it's high. She does bring it back on the delivery by Romero. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So I was wondering why the bunt died so well, but I guess it had a little spin from coming off her foot. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound very quickly, a meeting at the mound. So Gracio at the plate with 1 out. And we're going to take a little break here, Stones, because we're not meeting at the mound. So we're coming back in just a second. Top of the third, Beavers lead it 2-1. Beat by DJ Stones.
Now back to the Phantom right here on Stones Radio Network.
Emergency meeting is over. The coach just bolted out of the dugout. I think probably because he was mad at Rick, the scoreboard guy. That's a little pop-up toward shortstop. Garcia is underneath it, and she makes the catch for the second out. So Gracio thought she might have had a base hit, but that was a foul ball, and she ends up popping out to shortstop for the second out of the inning, and Ali Perea comes to the plate. Got it into a fielder's choice her first time up. A 400 hitter, Ali Perea. Sophomore from Tracy High. Right-handed hitter against Bree Romero. She hits that one out. Short right field coming in. Is Cap still coming in. Makes a nice running catch in right field for the third out. So 1-2-3 for Bree Romero here in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third, and the Beavers are on top 2-1.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. Personally, the most rewarding part is about eating it. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Now back to the action right here on Stones Radio Networks.
Here for the bottom of the third. Beavers lead it 2-1. Jacqueline Young, Taylor McKay, Hannah Peterbers, the first three hitters for ARC. Jacqueline Young grounded out to shortstop back in the first for her only appearance. 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in for Jacqueline, a .273 average coming in. She takes the first one high and outside from Madison Nelson. Right-handed hitting first baseman, Jacqueline Young. Sophomore from Casa Roble. Swings and hits it hard down to third. Cheyenne Torres picks it up, guns it across the diamond a little bit high, but pulled in by Morgan Group over at first base for the out. So Young is retired 5-3, and that'll bring up Taylor McKay, who singled to start the rally back in the second inning. So she is 1 for 1 today. 3:14 coming into the game with 8 runs batted in. Taylor, the sophomore from Paradise, probably will be the starting pitcher in game number 2. That's been the pattern before, and she takes that one inside low for a ball. Playing at second base in this game as Bree Romero is on the mound for ARC. Bottom of the third, Beavers 2, Mustangs 1. All scoring in the second inning. Madison Nelson on the hill for San Joaquin Delta, and that one is on the inside corner for a strike, 1-1. There is some leftover candy up here in the press box, like from somebody's Halloween bag, and unfortunately Halloween was a long time ago, so that one is swung on and off down the left field line, but it's fouling out of play. So, I mean, it's just, it has the look of candy that has been sitting here for like 3 months, which means I will definitely try it in a couple of innings since Rick refuses to go to the snack bar, which is open. Elizabeth is on fire down there. She's got the snack bar open at the baseball field. So any self-respecting scorekeeper or scoreboard operator would volunteer to go there between innings and pick up food for all of us, as I'm now being pelted by throwing. That is outside for a ball. Mrs. Rick is throwing stuff at me, which is okay because she gave me a hug when I got here today, and I lost my senses there for a second. I just lost my balance and everything. Those are good M&Ms. Oh, she's throwing M&Ms? I like M&Ms. Oh, I got the pink one. Isn't that great? Okay. 2-2 pitch. I drive into left field, going back to left fielder. She's got a beat on it, and that is Featherston, and she pulls it in. So McKay hits it well, but hits it out to Sydney Featherston in left field. 2 outs, and here's Hannah Peterbers, who reached base on an error back in the second inning. Later scored on a Bella Garcia single. So Hannah, at 3:18 coming in, does have a home run in the campaign, 8 runs batted in. Fastball's high for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Emily Ariano is on deck. Peterboro's trying to start something here with 2 outs in the third. She swings and misses at an off-speed pitch from Nelson. Very effective off-speed pitch, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. That is inside, just missed that corner. 2-1. Bottom of the third, 2 outs. Beavers 2, Mustangs 1. Line drive up the middle. That's going to drop for a base hit. That's going to go all the way to the fence. Peterborough is rounding first. She's going to come into second. She's going to try for third. The relay throw is going to be at third. She slides in. She is safe. A triple for Hannah Peterborough. And, you know, between you and me and the lamppost, I thought when she ran at second, she had a pretty good chance of being out at third, but she got in there. The relay throw a little bit to the right side of third base. Hannah slides to the outside of the bag, and she is in there with a big triple, which brings up Emily Ariana. That's the 5th hit of the game for the Beavers. That one perfectly placed line drive all the way to the fence in right center field. Emily lined a base hit to left field her first time up, and she is hitting .438. She swings and misses at an off-speed pitch. Well played by Madison Nelson. Got Ariano out ahead of that one, and she was very eager to take her cuts. So Hannah Peterborough's down at third. 2 outs, and Ariana at the plate. Lines that one into right center. That's going to be a base hit. Will that get to the... No, the right fielder's going to get it. Ariana's going to try for 2, and the throw gets away, and she is safe. RBI single for Ariana, and again, I mean, not trying to say anything, but a good throw, a throw that was handled would have had her out by a considerable margin at second base, but she is in there. Big hit, 2 of them by Emily today. 6th hit now for the Beavers, and they score a big 2-out run, which you always love to do. They get the triple, they get the hit by Ariana, and here's Jordan Werzer, who struck out her first time. She takes that one on the inside corner for a strike. Call that Rick's corner because he doesn't like when the umpire calls a strike there. And then Stones has to chime in with some comment, which I will not repeat. Here's the 0-1. Jordan swings and fouls it down the third base line. A ground ball by the dugout for the Mustangs. So a nice 2-out rally for the Beavers to put that third run up on the board for Bri Romero. Emily Ariana with 2 hits in this one. 0-2 on Jordan. She chops that out toward third. Torres has it. Takes a crow hop over to first for the out. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. We go to the 4th. It's the Beavers 3 and the Mustangs 1.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
You're listening to coverage of ARC Athletics on Stones Radio Network.
We are going into the top of the 4th of this one, which means that in the middle of this inning, it's the Stones McCoy mid-game report. I didn't even think about that. He's been so busy messing up our communications. I didn't even think that we got to bring him on, and we will do so right after this happening. Morgan Group and then Dessa Zavala and Erica Tovar, the first 3 for the Mustangs of Delta College. Morgan Group, the first baseman, flied to center. Her first time up. Hit the ball pretty well out there. 372 coming in for Morgan Group. He was a freshman at Lincoln High. Looks like that one of the pulled pork sandwiches has made their way up here. And it looks quite tasty. Rick, go get us a couple. First pitch is in there for a strike. I keep telling him to do stuff, and he hasn't done any of it yet. I bet his wife knows that feeling. Just doesn't follow instructions very well. Here's Romero's 0-1 pitch. Takes something off. It finds the outside corner. Call strike 2. Beautiful pitch. 0-2. Dessa Zabala on deck. the number 5 hitter in the order. Here's the 0-2 to Morgan as Romero first consults her wristband. That's a line down the left field line. It's foul, and giving chase was Alexa Garcia, but she could not get up to it. So it's going to be 0-2 again on Morgan Group. Hardy bunch of souls out here. I call them a bundle of fans. And there's our first canine over there, Stones. I think I recognize that guy from before. It's a mutt. That's really nice. Hopefully they will not listen to this. 0-2 pitches. Chopped slowly down to third. Picked up over there by Peter Birds. Thrown over to first base and got her at first. A little low over there, but Jacqueline Young scooped it up. And Group is retired 5-3. That'll bring up Dessa Zavala, who singled and scored in her first appearance at the plate. Batting .273 coming in for the sophomore from Lodi High. You say mutt only in the best sense of the word. In the best sense of the word, yeah. I mean, if there's a mutt hierarchy, that's the top mutt right there. First pitch is outside. I don't want you starting just to say things about canines when they show up. That way we won't get any more. Because I go, no, the guy will say something mean about my dog.
Mutt is a breed.
Mutt is a breed. Okay, right. You believe that. There's your bumper sticker. There's your hat. I know you have too much. But those guys, they're individual as heck, though. Pop up, coming right back to me. I reach out and don't get it, and almost hit the speaker. Almost hit the speaker. And, Mrs. Rick had left. That's right. It went right to her, and so she decided to leave. That's okay. Just, whenever you feel like leaving, just take off. No problem. She's the DJ. Zavala now with a 1-ball, 1-strike count, and one dangerous foul ball, if I may say that. That one's chopped foul down the third base line, but didn't threaten anybody's livelihood, so that's okay. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 on Dessa Zavala. Popped up right side. Coming in is Kelly Capps. She's going to make the catch for the second out. Didn't carry very far, but Kelly Capps covering a lot of ground coming in that right field spot. Second out is recorded and brings up Erica Tovar. The second baseman struck out her first time up. 229 on the year for Erica. Freshman from Sierra High. Two outs. First pitch is on the outside corner. Good heat on that one from Bree Romero, so she is ahead 0-1 to Erica Tovar. Sydney Featherston to follow if Erica starts something for the Mustangs here in the top of the fourth with 2 outs. That was a little bit high. 1-1. Still pulling out M&Ms from when they were thrown at us by the unruly right side of the press box. Not as well behaved as the left side. That's as you look at the field, the left side, not as you look from the field. 1-1 pitch is hit right back up the middle. Knocked down by Bree Romero. Picks it up, throws to first, and she got her by a half step at first base. Excellent play by Bree Romero. Retires the side in the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Beavers 3 and the Mustangs 1.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Now back to the booth right here on Stones Radio Network.
Bottom of the fourth from ARC. The Beavers lead this one 3-1, which means it's time for the Stones McCoy mid-game report. Stones McCoy, my broadcast partner, has been very busy on the technical side, but Stones, I know you've been checking out the game so far. A lot to be impressed by with the Beavers today.
Absolutely. Bree Romero, my biggest impression is Bree Romero settling down after that first inning, allowing that one run across. Since then, she's been really, really good, very effective with her pitchers, staying in the zone and pitching to contact. Her defense is helping her out behind her.
And how big is it, Stones, when you get the bases loaded, nobody out, then you get 2 strikeouts, and so you're in danger of not getting anything, and you come up with a couple of big hits.
Hey, timely hits. That's what wins baseball games and softball games, and that's what we're about to do here. Come on. Let's go Beavers.
There you go, Stones McCoy. The Stones McCoy mid-game report, not sponsored element yet. You can get on there, get a hold of Stones if you want to sponsor the Stones McCoy mid-game report. We give you a lot of love because basically if we did a commercial for it, we wouldn't have to listen to Stones McCoy. But let's go out to the field. Alexa Garcia is going to start us off in the bottom of the fourth. Then Kelly Caps and Bella Garcia. Alexa struck out back in the second. She chops that one off her foot, so it's strike one. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Alexa, the freshman from Rockland High School, which is located in Rockland, by the way, in case you didn't know. That's a fact I like to throw out there because shows bunt, pulls it back. Looks like we've got a pinch hitter up there. It's actually Jaden Diaz at the plate. And Jaden has a 1-ball, 1-strike count. So Diaz coming in for Garcia. Chops that one right back to Madison Nelson, who throws to first for the out. So Diaz, the pinch hitter, grounds back to the pitcher for the first out here in the fourth. And that'll bring up Kelly Caps.
Now batting for the Beavers, number 12. Right fielder.
Kelly, a sophomore from Del Campo, came up with the big hit back in the second. Talked to Stones McCoy about it just a second ago. 2 outs and the bases loaded. And Caps delivered the single up the middle to plate the first run of the inning. Picked up her 10th run batted in. And that one is inside for a ball. 3:18 coming in for Kelly Caps. She's played second base, left field, and she's playing out in right field and covering a lot of ground for ARC today. 1-0 pitch coming from Madison Nelson. That is in there for a strike, 1-1. Took something off that one, found the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kelly. Right-handed hitter. Pretty squared up stance, kind of far away from home plate, as a matter of fact, for Kelly Caps. Pops it up infield. First baseman Group is going to call for it. It bends around right to her for the second out. So 2 outs quickly here in the bottom of the fourth, and that'll bring up Bella Garcia, who grounded out to the pitcher in the first and had an infield single off the glove of the third baseman, Cheyenne Torres, and picked up an RBI. That was back in the second. So Bella had 1 for 2. 484 coming in on the day for the freshman from Rockland. Shows bunt, pulls back the bat, and it is ball 1, 1-0. Torres crashing in from third base, Group from first as Bella Garcia showed bunt. Sophie Peterburg's on deck in case Bella starts something for the Beavers here in the fourth. They have the lead, but it's just 3-1 against the Mustangs. Bella lets that one go inside and high, so it's 2-0. Two in the second, 1 in the third for ARC, 1 in the second for Delta off Bree Romero. That's grounded sharply out towards second base. Tovar has it over to first for the out. So a good inning for Madison Nelson. We go to the fifth. The Beavers lead this one 3-1.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. Personally, the most rewarding part is about eating it. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Now back to the Phantom right here on Stones Radio Network.
Top of the fifth, reminiscent about Winchell's Donuts with Stones McCoy, which is a lot of fun between innings. But now it's time for some more softball action. Bray Romero will face Sidney Featherston, Danielle Godoy, and Cheyenne Torres. 7, 8, and 9 in the Mustangs order here in the top of the fifth. ARC up in this one 3-1. Mustangs with 3 hits in the ball game and the 1 run back in the second inning. Featherston struck out looking back in that second inning. First pitch sails high and outside for a ball, so it's 1-0 on Sidney. Sophomore from Lodi. She is the left fielder for Delta today. Followed by Danielle Godoy and then Cheyenne Torres. Romero in her 5th inning of work delivers the 1-0 pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I didn't know what the first pitch was. Thank you.
1-1. That one just misses that outside corner, so it'll go 2-1 on Sidney Featherston. Romero with 4 strikeouts so far over the first 4 innings. 2-1 pitch is popped up on the infield, calling the first baseman, now the second baseman, and that is McKay makes the catch, calling off Jacqueline Young to make the play. So Featherston is out and going to pop up to second base, and here's Danielle Godoy.
Number 23, center fielder Danielle
She singled, RBI single back in the second inning. She has the run batted in for the Mustangs. Right back up the middle. Picked up her 4th RBI of the season. The left-handed hitting center fielder from East Union High down in Manteca. Romero delivers, and that is just a little bit high, so it's 1-0 on Godoy. Cheyenne Torres to follow. 1 out here in the 5th. Outfield fairly deep for Godoy, especially in left field. Alexa Garcia. That one's hit out toward the left side, but it's the third baseman in foul territory. Reaches up, and a nice play by Hannah Peterburs over there, as that was a tough play to go back and look back over her left shoulder, and she reaches up and makes the play in foul territory for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Cheyenne Torres. Grounded back to first base in her only appearance back in the second. Cheyenne 175 on the season. Freshman from Riverbank. Up here with 2 outs and nobody on in the 5th. Misses outside. Gets away from Jordan Werzer, back to the screen. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. That one's in there for a strike. Hannah Peterburs, who made that fine catch. She's over to third. Bella Garcia is at short for the Beavers. Taylor McKay at second, and Jackie Young over at first. Jordan Werzer behind the plate. Alexa Garcia, Sophie Peterburs, and Kelly Capps in the outfield. That's your defensive alignment for the Beavers, who lead this one 3-1. That pitch is a little outside. 2-1. Didn't look real smooth when Bray Romero let that one go, so misses the outside corner. And a little bit high, 2-1. Romero checks on the wristband. 2-1 pitch. Foul back to the screen. Evens it up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Game 2 to follow this one. The Beavers, as we mentioned, 0-4 their first 4 conference games, and they've split the last 2 doubleheaders. First against Sac City, highly ranked Sac City, and then against Santa Rosa on the road on Thursday when they came back and won the second game 5-4. With Romero picking up the save and Taylor McKay the win. There's the pitch a little bit high, so it's going to make a full count on Cheyenne Torres. Caitlin Campbell, the leadoff hitter, is on deck if Torres can reach bag. As I look down again at my Halloween candy, which is aging well. 3-2 pitches fouled back to the screen. I was assured that it was Easter candy, but it isn't Easter yet, so it can't be. It could be pre-Easter candy, I suppose, but I mean, that's not what I heard. So if I don't have any evidence to the contrary, it's Halloween candy. It could be Easter from a previous year. That is true, Stones McCoy. Foul back again by Torres. But again, that's scant, that's scant consolation. I mean, that's older than Halloween candy then. So, yeah. Easter candy goes bad and then comes back in 3 days. Is that what you're saying? Is that some kind of statement you're making? Well, whatever. I'm still not going after it. Here comes a 3-2 pitch to Cheyenne Torres. She watches it. It is ball 4. So Torres gets the walk. I believe that is the first one issued by Bria Romero today. And that brings up Caitlin Campbell. The leadoff hitter is hitting .353, has struck out twice so far in this one. Dangerous hitter with a home run and 10 runs batted in for the Mustangs. They trail it by 2. Struck out in the first, struck out in the third. And comes up here with a runner on and 2 outs in the 5th. And that one is right down the middle for a strike on 1. No balls, 1 strike. Bird has the right idea. He came up here with a shirt and was leaving with 4 coats. So I mean that's good work by the Bird, working down at the ticket desk down there, and it gets a little chilly downstairs. 0-1 coming to Campbell. Lets that one go, and it's outside. 1-1 with Torres at first, 2 outs here in the 5th. Beavers trying to make it 2 in a row in conference action. Mustangs have been involved in a couple of low-scoring games, winning 2 of their last 3 by a single run. That swung on and missed by Campbell. So Romero ahead in the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes with Torres over at first base. Outfield is pretty much straight away for Campbell, right-hand hitting catcher. Coming to us from Ripon, just a freshman. Left foot pulled pretty far back in the batter's box, away from the plate. 1-2 pitches fouled back to the screen. Just got a sliver of that one to stay alive. Merrill picks up the ball. Umpire wants to check it out. I think he just wanted to take a little walk, kind of like get the blood going again. So he walks out to the mound, walks back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. That's high and inside, ball 2. 2-2. Pretty easy take by Campbell right there to even the count at 2-2. Michaela Carrasco is on deck in case Campbell can keep the inning going for San Joaquin Delta. Swinging a foul back to the screen, went after a high one there. Kind of protecting the plate. So Gracio is coming up. She's 1 for 2 today. But right now it's Caitlin Campbell, the focus of Bri Romero and the Beavers. Torres at first. She got a base on balls after 2 were out here in the 5th. Here's the 2-2. Took something off that call. Strike 3 outside corner. So Romero gets a strikeout. Her 5th of the game. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and the Beavers lead this one 3-1.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos, We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. Personally, the most rewarding part is about eating it. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Now back to the Phantom right here on Stones Radio Network.
That's me, the Phantom. We're in the bottom of the fifth here with Stones McCoy. To my left, doing all the technical stuff. Rick, the scoreboard guy, working the scoreboard to my right. Matt, the PA guy, to his right. Mrs. Rick all the way down there throwing candy at all of us and stuff. Which, by the way, throw some more M&Ms down here. They were delicious. It'll be Sophie Peterborough, then Jacqueline Young and Taylor McKay up here for the Beavers in the bottom of the fifth. Scored twice in the second, once in the third. They lead at 3-1. Sophie has popped to short and grounded to second, and the first pitch is a call strike on the outside corner. 0-1 on the sophomore from Roseville. Taking your time outside the batter's box, perfecting her technique, and now she's ready to go. 0-1 coming up from Madison Nelson. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's called strike two. That is on that outside corner. 0-2 on Sophie. 351 with 5 runs batted in for the season. That one is just a little high. 1-2 on Sophie. Taylor McKay to follow. Jacqueline Young to follow. Then Taylor McKay to follow her. That's what I meant. 1-2 now. Caitlin Campbell behind the plate from Madison Nelson. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Group is at first. Erica Tovar playing second. Ali Perea at short. And Cheyenne Torres at third. Sydney Featherston in left. Danielle Godoy center. And Dessa Zavala is in right field for San Joaquin Delta here. Bottom of the fifth. 2-2 pitches hit sharply to the right of first into right field for a base hit. Perfect placement by Sophie Peterborough as she's got her first hit of the day. That is the 7th hit for the Beavers here through 4+. And here's Jacqueline Young, who's grounded to short and grounded to third.
Number 16, first baseman Jackie Young.
Young, the sophomore from Casa Roble, the Rams, is up here. 273 on the season. She does have a pair of home runs and has driven in 9. She's got Sophie Peterborough at first after that perfectly placed ground ball went into right field. Dessa Zavala picked it up. Had a thought about throwing to first, but couldn't do it. That's a strike in there, and it looked like that Sophie was on the move from first base, but it was a bluff. And Young takes the strike down the middle. 0-1 on Jacqueline. Taylor McKay now on deck for ARC, who would see nothing amiss to adding a couple of runs here again. Young takes it, and that is a throw behind to first base. Is not in time. That was Caitlin Campbell throwing it down as the pitch was high, so it's 1-1. So Campbell noticing what we noticed, which is that Sophie was taking off from first base with a little bit of extra effort after that first pitch. 1-1 coming up. That's lined. Right, second baseman knocks it down, but she's going to pick it up and throw to first. Did she get her? No, she did not. Infield single. Really nice play by Erica Tovar out there. As Peterborough was stealing second, she went in front of Erica as the line drive was hit, but Tovar knocked it down, picked it up. With the single for Jacqueline Young, her first hit of the day, second hit of the inning, 8th hit of the game, and here's Taylor McKay, and another nice rally by the Beavers, and that one at least partially set up by Peterborough's taking off from first base. A slicing line drive hit by Jackie Young. Marisa Carranza is warming up to our left in the bullpen for the Mustangs. They've had several different pitchers up, but Marisa is up right now. That one is down low for a ball. She's a sophomore from East Union High School. So 2 on, nobody out here in the 5th. Beavers looking to get a little bit of breathing room for Rick, the scoreboard guy. And his crazy Mrs. Rick down there. That one is on the inside corner for a strike. Well, she's crazy, Stones, because she was throwing stuff at us. Yeah, well, I mean, it was edible stuff, so that's good, but I don't want to say edibles to you. 1-1. Taylor McKay has singled and flied to left, so she is 1 for 2. She hits that one sharply at the shortstop. Perea's got it. She's going to go to third for the force. She gets it, and there's no other play. So she chose to go to third, cut off the lead runner. And Sophie is retired. Moving up to second, Jacqueline Young. Fielder's choice for McKay. She's at first. Might have been able to turn 2 on that one, but Perea was drawn to her right to make the play, so probably right to take the play that's going the direction that you are moving. And here's Hannah Peterburs, who's reached on an air and tripled and scored 2 runs today for the Beavers. Hannah swings and misses at a really good off-speed pitch by Nelson to go ahead in the count 0-1. Hannah reached on an air in the second and later scored on the single by Bella Garcia, and then she tripled with 2 outs in the third and scored on Emily Ariano's single. McKay hits that one sharply to the right of short. Perea tries to make the play. She has to throw it to third and not in time. An excellent play by Ali Perea, but good base running out there by Young to get to third. And I'm going to go ahead and give Hannah a single on that one because there would not have been a play at first base had she tried to. So a really excellent play by Perea. A great stop going to her right. Went to third, but good base running. And Peterburs is reaching with a single, so that loads the bases. Young at third, McKay at second, and Peterburs at first. And now Emily Ariano, who has had 2 hits in this game already, is coming to the plate. And we're going to have maybe a pitching change, definitely a meeting. So we're going to step away for a second. We are in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. The score is the Beavers 3 and the Mustangs 1.
Now, back with the play-by-play right here on Stones Radio Network.
So Madison Nelson still out on the mound after a quite lengthy discussion as we are here in the bottom of the 5th. Emily Ariano is the hitter, and she has singled twice in this game, has an RBI. First pitch is hit well to left field, going back is Featherston. She's got a beat on it, makes the catch, the tag from third. Throw comes in, it's offline. It's a sacrifice fly for Emily Ariano, and a 4-1 lead now for the Beavers. Emily's second run batted into the day, and she hit that one very well. So Young scores. McKay stays at second. Peterborough still over at first, and here's Jordan Werzer. Ariana just got a little bit into that one. That one was hit very well. When she hit it, I thought it had a chance to go a little bit further, but it was out there toward the warning track, and Featherston's throw was offline, but even online it wouldn't have been in time. Werzer takes it high for a ball. Jordan has struck out and grounded to third in this one. She has 3 home runs this season, 17 runs batted in. Came in with a .260 average. She takes high again. 2-0. Jordan Diaz is on deck. Actually, she's not. It looks like it's Alexa Garcia back on deck. That one is outside for a ball. So Jordan Diaz came in and hit for Alexa back in the 4th, and it looks like Garcia has re-entered, and she will be back in the lineup here. 3 balls and no strikes on Werzer. 1 pitch away from loading the bases again. That one is high, ball 4. So Werzer didn't really have to take too much time on that one. She was an easy take right there. Loads the bases. McKay at third, Peterburg's at second, and now we're going to have a pitching change, it looks like. So we'll be back with the identity of that new pitcher in just a minute. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, 4-1 Beavers.
Back to the Phantom right here on Stones Radio Network.
Marissa Carranza is the new pitcher. The left-hander, the sophomore from East Union, comes in here making her 7th appearance, 1-1 on the season, a 2.93 ERA. She's logged 14 1/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, and 2 walks, and she's going to face Alexa Garcia with the bases loaded and 2 outs. That pitch is down low for a ball. 1 run in for the Beavers in this one on the Ariano fly ball, sacrifice fly. 1-0 on the way. Swinging a grounder out towards second, but it was out towards second because it hit her foot or leg and went that way. So right now she's going, why did you put me back in? I was feeling okay on the bench without the ball hitting my leg. So we have a momentary timeout here. She's moving around like Dad when the Legos were on the floor. We've all done it. It's going to take a couple extra seconds, and we'll let you know that we have Game 2 coming up 30 minutes or so after the end of this one. Hopefully we'll be looking for a Beaver sweep, but we'll see on that. We thank you for checking us out on ARC Athletics YouTube, and saying it personally is the head of our network, Mr. Stones McCoy.
Well, and just want to remind everybody, if you like and subscribe either the Stones Radio Network YouTube channel or the American River College Athletics channel, you'll never miss a game.
Never.
Ever.
Of any sport.
Of any sport.
Any sport, yeah.
Even if you decided you want to do a podcast, they're going to get notified about that.
Wow, now that's something. Can we talk about that in some sort of a meeting or something? Why did you just spring that on me?
Well, because I wanted to spring everybody that if you wanted to see me make an amazing
that's
barehanded
right.
catch, go to the YouTube channels on Stones Radio Networks,
Right.
and you can watch me catch a live home run
we
ball.
urge you. We want you to channel toward the American River College YouTube
Yes.
for American River College. But we've got all kinds of other stuff, including Stones catches a home run at
Yes.
spring training. Back to the action now, Stones. Thanks for that interruption. Here's the pitch. Inside. Almost got Alexa Garcia with the pitch on that one. But Stones, he doesn't usually communicate it well, but he says a very true thing here. Go ahead and follow us. Subscribe to ARC Athletics YouTube and get all the ARC Athletics content all season long. Here's the 2-1. Pops it up right back toward the pitcher. Hits the ground. She's going to pick it up. She flips it to the home, and the catcher was off home plate, and the force is not recorded. So it's a fielder's choice, an RBI for Alexa Garcia. The run scores. McKay, it was a really heads-up play by Carranza to flip it to the catcher, but she was not standing on home plate, and sliding in is Taylor McKay, and here's Kelly Caps. So a gift run right there for the Beavers. And here's Kelly Caps. That first pitch is down in the dirt. Nice block by Caitlin Campbell on that one. 1-0 on Kelly Caps, 3:18 on the season. She picked up her 10th run batted in back in the second with a base hit, and then popped to first in the fourth. So she is 1 for 2. Check swing right back up the middle. The pitcher gets the glove on it, not going to be able to make a play. Infield single, RBI for Kelly Caps, and it's now 6-1 Beavers. Pretty fortuitous there. Hannah Peterborough is going to score. Wurzer now at third, Garcia at second.
Shortstop, Bella Garcia.
Right off the glove of the pitcher, and nothing anybody could do about that as Caps legs it out. 2 RBIs for Kelly today, 2 hits for Kelly, and here's Bella Garcia, the 9th batter of the inning for the Beavers. She hits one up the middle. Nice play at second base by Tovar, knocked it over to the shortstop. Ali Pereira had it and stepped on second for the force. Nice play by the middle of the infield for the Mustangs, but the Beavers put up 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th inning. American River 6, San Joaquin Delta 1.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Now back to the action right here on Stones Radio Network.
Top of the 6, 6-1 in favor of the Beavers. It'll be Michaela Gracio, Ali Pereira, and Morgan Group, the first 3 hitters for the Mustangs against Bree Romero, who now has a little bit of a cushion out there on the hill. She looks for her 7th win of the season and the Beavers' 3rd win in conference play. There's always some wiseacre, Stones, that says after about 5 innings of freezing, goes, oh, I could have brought my portable heater if I wanted, but I didn't think we'd need it. Oh, man. See, the problem is that it's a twofold problem. Number 1, you didn't bring it. Number 2, you said it. If you didn't say it, nobody would know that you had one. But no, these people here, they don't know. Here's Michaela Gracio, who is singled and popped up. She is 1 for 2, came in at 300. The designated player for San Joaquin Delta today, left-handed hitter. And the corners are in for Michaela. Here's the pitch. She chops that one back to Bree Romero, who has it, flings it over to first, and gets her by a step. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Mustangs here in the top of the 6th. And Ali Pereira will be the hitter. Fielder's choice for Ali in the first, a fly ball to right field in the third, so she is 0 for 2. Came in with an average of 400. The sophomore out of Tracy High School. More number 15 for the Mustangs. Takes that one high and outside. For a ball, 1-0. Romero working her 6th inning here. A little bit high to Perez. So it is 2 balls and no strikes. Morgan Group on deck, the cleanup hitter for the Mustangs. They trail it 6-1 in game 1 of a doubleheader. Big 8 conference action. That's hit well into left field. Moving back a little bit is Garcia. Still moving back, reaches up and makes the catch. So hit well by Perea, but not well enough as Garcia hauls it in about 10 feet in front of the warning track out there in left field. 2 outs quickly here in the 6th, and Morgan Group to the plate. Fly to center, grounded to third for Morgan.
Number 16, first baseman Morgan Group.
372 on the season for the freshman out of Lincoln High in Stockton. Romero consults the almighty wristband. First pitch is high. I do not think the wristband told her to throw that. But then again, I'm not a coach. 1-0. And do not hit Stones' camera because he's already had a lot of technical issues in his brain today. He's had to consult many, many different engineers of the highest level and schooled them and has everything fixed up, which is why he makes the big bucks. 1-0 pitch. Off-speed pitch and a beauty. 1-1 on Morgan Group. Dessa Zavala to follow in case Group can reach for the Mustangs here.
Hey, Mr. Peterburg, thanks for following us.
Uh-oh, it sounds like Rick the scoreboard guy just followed us on Twitter or something. Well, that's not good. There's a fly ball out of play to the left side. Why doesn't he subscribe to the channel or something? That would be a classy move.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
He didn't subscribe to us. He subscribed to the channel.
Oh, jeez.
Get over yourself.
1 ball and 2 strikes. That is not possible. Group with a home run this season, and she's driven in 8 runs for the Mustangs with that 373 average coming into today's game 1. That one is, she waited on that one, hit down the third baseline, and it is foul. Boy, it was close, too. It got past the third baseman fair, but went foul before it got to third base. And Morgan Group with a good piece of hitting there almost put that one fair down the third baseline, which would have given her the leg up on a 2-base hit. But it goes for naught here, and we go back to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5 strikeouts for Bree Romero in this one, just a single walk. That's popped up to our left. I don't think we're going to have a play on it, but at least it won't hit one of the speakers or anything up here. When the person who brings the new softballs out to the umpire looks like an Eskimo, I think that tells you all you need to know about the weather conditions here at ARC today, Alaska Regional College. But a great day for softball. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. That's fouled out of play. You can't call them Native Americans. And Alaska's Native Alaskans. Okay. All right. I'm down with that. I'm a native Californian. Is that something? Can you say that? 1 and 2. We're not going down that road. We're going back to the ball game. Romero's 1-2 pitch. A little bit high. Took something off that one. Missed the strike zone high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Group of left-handed hitting first baseman. Followed by Dessa Zavala in the order for the Mustangs. As Romero takes a little walk behind the pitcher's man. Now she's ready with the 2-2. Hit out to right field. Kelly Caps came in. Now she stops and makes the catch in right field for the out. So good inning for Bree Romero. We go to the bottom of the 6th in this one. It's the Beavers 6 and Mustangs 1.
Beats by DJ Stones.
Now back to the action right here on Stones Radio Network.
Bottom of the sixth, it'll be Sophie Peterburs and Jacqueline Young and Taylor McKay, the first three hitters, against Marissa Carranza, who came on in relief of Madison Nelson back in the fifth.
Center fielder Sophie
Ryan Carranza, the left-hander out of East Union High School, a sophomore. She will face Sophie Peterburs, who has popped a short, grounded to second, and singled, so she is 1 for 3 in this one. Poked a single right through the right side back in the fifth inning. First time up against Marissa Carranza. Sophie, a sophomore out of Roseville, shows bunt, takes it outside on a fastball. 1-0. The umpire cleans off, just doesn't clean off the entire plate, just a corner of the plate. Man, I'll tell you, my wife would not be happy with that. If you're going to clean it up, clean the whole thing. Okay? Come on. That is right on the part of the plate he cleaned off. She hit it. Perfect pitch by Carranza. It's 1-1. I guess he knew where it was going to be, so I stand corrected, Monsieur Umpire. Young to follow, and then McKay here in the 6 for the Beavers. That's lined out into right field, handled out there by Savala, right in the right place for the first out. So Peterborough hit it hard, but right at Dessa Savala in right field. And there's Jacqueline Young, who is 1 for 3 today, an infield single back in the fifth. She had grounded to short and grounded to third before that.
Now batting for the Beavers, number 16, first baseman Jackie Young.
Young up here with 1 out in the sixth. And her Beavers leading 6-1 over the Mustangs. Carranza. First pitch is lined foul over by the dugout. Fortunately, there's a screen over there because that would have been right in there, as was an off-speed pitch, and Young was ahead of it. Lined it right over to that third base dugout. 0-1 on Jackie. 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in for Young. 273 coming in today. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Jackie Young. An act of pure optimism. There's somebody open saying umbrella. Interesting. Who's going to chase it? That's all I'm asking. 1-2. Hit sharply and off the glove at third of Torres. Picked up by Perea. Not going to be able to make a play. Hard shot by Jackie Young. Torres trying to stab it. Really didn't have any time to make a decision. Knocked it down, and Perea came by and backed her up, but no time to get Young at first. So Jackie with her second hit of the game. And here's Taylor McKay, who was singled, flied to left into a fielder's choice. And now we're going to have a new pitcher, it looks like, again, I think, or else are we going to have a change of equipment? I don't know. Stones McCoy, usually this kind of stuff happens, I ask you your opinion. We got a meeting at the mound, but I don't know what's going on.
And it looks like actually number 10 is coming in, taking the pitcher's pitch wristband, and taking that, swapping that over, and she's brought her mask out. That's her pitching mask.
Oh, okay.
So
I
do
that.
believe number 10 is coming in to pitch.
Gianna Carrion, we think, is coming in to pitch, so we're going to take a break and come back. Right now we're in the bottom of the sixth. Beavers lead at 6-1.
You're listening to coverage of ARC Athletics on Stones Radio Networks.
Gianna Carrion is the new pitcher, the freshman out of Woodland Christian, making her 7th appearance. She is 2-1 on the season. 16 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And she will inherit Jackie Young over at first base, 1 out, and Taylor McKay coming to the plate. 6th appearance actually for Gianna, not 7th, 6th appearance, but she is 2-1. The freshman will face Taylor McKay, who is singled, fly to left, and reached on the fielder's choice. Taylor scored twice today. 3:14 coming into today's game, and she's up here with a runner at first. First today. She's got 2 on and 1 out. Darren's first pitch is just a little inside and low for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes. That one's right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hannah. Emily Ariana, who's been an excellent hitter for the Beavers so far today with a couple hits and a sacrifice fly, she is on deck. That one is a fastball, just misses low and outside, so it's 2-1 on Hannah Peterburs. Sophomore out of Roseville, listed as a catcher infielder, so I guess third base would qualify. Third pitcher, Gianna Carrion, delivers the 2-1, and that is in there, call strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-handed hitter and a kind of far from the plate. Here's the 2-2. Inside. That almost hit her, so it is a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes now as Campbell yells encouragement to her pitcher and her infield as we approach the 3-2 pitch. 2 on and 1 out here in the 6th. That's chopped slowly out towards second, picked up by Tovar, underhanded to first for the out. Nice play by Erica Tovar, and moves the runners along to second and third with Ariana coming to the plate.
Now batting for the Beavers, number 18.
Emily singled in the second,
Ariano.
RBI single in the third, and a sacrifice fly in the fifth. So she is 2 for 2, is driven in 2, and she's up here with runners at second and third and 2 outs in the 6th. Gianna Carrion, the third pitcher for the Mustangs. Ariana takes ball 1 inside and low. She's up on the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Emily comes to us from Folsom High School, a freshman. Played some first base so far this season for the Beavers. She is the DP today. That's lined into left center field. Center fielder going after it, reaches out, can't make the play. It's going to drop in front of her. It's a 2-run single for Emily Arana, and it's now 8-1, and the ball gets away in the infield, and Emily's going to make her way down to second base. So she picks up 2 more RBIs. That's 4 for Emily in this game. 2-run scoring for the Beavers on the second hit of the inning, and it's 8-1 in favor of ARC. Good try out in center field by Danielle Godoy. Made a diving play going to her right. Tried to backhand it, but couldn't do so. And here's Jordan Werzer. So Emily Ariana, a couple of singles, sack fly, and now another single. So 3 singles, a couple of RBI. Big night or big day for Emily. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. Gets away, and going to third as Ariana slides in, and she is in there. So everything she decides to do is coming up pretty well right now. No balls and 1 strike. That one is in the dirt again, so it's 2-0 to Jordan Werzer, who was struck out, grounded to third, and walked. Two-0 pitch. That is in there for a strike. Yeah, that's Kelly Tomlinson at the plate right now. Good eye, Stones. Tomlinson hitting for Werzer. So Kelly takes ball, 3 balls and 1 strike. So Tomlinson at the plate. The third base coach comes in to talk to her like he didn't know she was at the plate either. So no wonder I didn't know about it, because they didn't tell anybody about it. And Rick didn't say anything. So how are we to know? So Callie's up there, gets the 3-1 count before anybody even notices, which she might want to go into like being a private detective or a spy or something. Undercover would be good. Anyway, whoever it is has a 3-1 count. The mystery woman. She chops that one toward first base and picked up by the first base and makes the tag. Good play by Morgan Group for the last out. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 left. We go to the 7th. It's American River 8, San Joaquin Delta 1.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Different kinds of enchiladas and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
You're listening to coverage of ARC Athletics on Stones Radio Network.
Top of the 7th. Good lead for the Beavers. They lead this one 8-1. Bray Romero trying to close it out. She'll face Dessa Zavala, then Erica Tobar and Sydney Featherston. The first 3 hitters listed for the Mustangs. Just 3 hits allowed by Bray Romero in this game, and none since the 2nd inning. She has 5 strikeouts and has issued just the 1 base on balls. And here is Zavala, who singled in the 2nd and scored, and she widened to right in the 4th, so she is 1 for 2. First pitch is outside for a ball. Dessa from Lodi High, the sophomore, out in right field today for Delta, here in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Beavers trying to make it 2 straight conference wins after winning the 2nd game of the doubleheader up in Santa Rosa on Thursday. That one is outside and low for a ball, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Checking around on online to see if there's any hot tubs in the area I can jump into between games. But so far there's not a, what do they call that? Airbnb for hot tubs. Air TNT or something. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. Just want to rent your hot tub for 15 minutes. 2-1. Or just if you have a sauna or like a steam room, we can just get in there. Maybe we'll see some of the houses around here having a sauna. I don't see it right here. Or just go jump in the creek over there and then get a hairdryer. No, that doesn't make any sense either. 2-1 pitch, check swing. Did she go? No, she did not. 3-1. Stones wants to ask the first base umpire, but you know something? If the home plate umpire doesn't feel like he needs to, he doesn't have to. That's the power. It's kind of like being a judge. If you're the home plate umpire, the judge is my dream job, actually. Gosh, I would be a good judge. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's inside, ball 4. Second walk of the game issued by Bria Romero. And Zavala picks it up to open up the top of the 7th and brings up Erica Tovar, who struck out and grounded the pitcher. Erica, a freshman from Sierra High School, came in at 229 in this one. Right-handed hitter. Peterborough's up at third base. Young the same at first. First pitch is on that outside corner. Call it strike 1. 0-1. I think the best thing I would say is somebody, when they made a motion, overruled. I'd be really good at that. Counselor, do not waste my time. Do not waste time in my court. That's what I wanted to say. Overruled. 0-1. Looks at a little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Stones McCoy has now just struck a blow for revolutionaries everywhere. And I can't really tell you what he did because then he would be let go by the ARC brass. That's fouled back to the screen. And I will say that if one of the two of us had perpetrated that act, they would have thought it would have been me. But it wasn't. It was Stones McCoy, who is now my personal hero, but is also on the short list to be axed by the Los Rios Community College District. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So our final game is that's hit high up in the air to right field. Kelly Capps has the beat on it. Drifts a little to her left and makes the catch for the first out. Brings up Sydney Featherston, the left fielder.
Number 4, left fielder
Sydney out of Lodi, a sophomore. One of the assistant athletic directors walking by here, checking, make sure things. They do a fantastic job out here, making things. I did not tell her what Stones McCoy did because she has the power to terminate him immediately. First pitch is right down the middle to Sydney for a strike. 0-1. She has struck out and popped out to second base, so 0 for 2 in this one so far. Danielle Godoy to follow. Featherston hitting in the number 7 spot in the Mustangs order. Zavala down at first base after the base on balls with 1 out here in the 7th. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed. Nice pitch by Bree Romero. 1 ball, 1 strike. Or it could be 0-2, which is what it actually is. I guess, I just said that so that Rick, the scoreboard guy, would get all mad because he's real proud of how good he's done today. And he doesn't realize that since Stones has perpetrated that act of, thuggery, I cannot even concentrate. Fouled out of play. Over to the big pile of dirt over there on the right side. 0-2. The wind is not blowing any direction. It's just blowing straight in at me, basically. It would be going left to right, but actually just blowing straight into this press box. 0-2 pitches hit down the right field line, fouled out of play, blown off over the bullpen area of the Beavers. So Sydney Featherston now still 0-2. We're in number 4 for the Mustangs. They got the brown on different color brown motif working. A little yellow mixed, gold actually. Actually, it's kind of a nice little color combination there. Very Padre-esque. Here's the pitch. Hit sharply down to third base, but I think it's foul. I called it foul. The umpire did not. Peterborough's trying to make the backhanded stop, and it was off her glove, but it was foul territory, so she is not charged with any kind of error. It's the dark color, Stones. That's black, brown, whatever.
I'm just worried. Do you see brown? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I've been able to distinguish colors for about 3 decades, so that's not anything new. 0-2 pitch just misses outside, so it's 1-2. If we're going to say that's kind of any kind of barometer for any kind of mental health, then I'm in trouble. We can agree that the Beaver's in the home white.
What color is the softball?
The softball is some sort of beigeish, tannish, yellowish, goldish. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. Gets away and going down to second. Sabala, the batter, of course, cannot advance since their first base was occupied when the pitch was delivered. So 2 outs, and there are less than 2 outs. 2 outs, and that'll bring up Danielle Godoy.
Number 23, center fielder Danielle Godoy.
The sophomore from East Union, left-handed hitter up here. She has an RBI single back in the second and then popped to third in the 5th inning. She has Sabala out at second base. Takes that one right on the inside corner for a strike on 1. Second game coming up about a half an hour or so, maybe 20 to 30 minutes, because once it was 20, once it was 30. So if I say 20 to 30, I'm covered. I'm not getting the ADs mad at me the way they're going to be mad at Stones when I tell them what he did. 0-1 pitch, A little high for a ball, 1-1. Beavers would improve their conference mark to 3-6. Their season total to 14-8. That is the old Miss Somewhere pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. On Danielle Godoy. Cheyenne Torres on deck if Godoy can keep this inning going for the Mustangs. Takes that one right down the middle for a strike, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rick, the scoreboard guy, showing he knows a lot about softball, as he knows that there's just one more. If it's 2-2, you need one more. This guy knows the game. Probably played professionally at some point. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up infield. Shortstop Bella Garcia is calling for it. Comes in, makes the catch, and that's your ball game. Bria Romero with a 3-hit gem as the Beavers come out. They win game 1 of this doubleheader 8-1. No runs, no hits, and 1 left there in the top of the 7th. So game 1 goes to the Beavers 8-1, makes their conference record 3-6. We've got game 2 coming in about a half an hour. We thank you for checking us out on ARC Athletics YouTube, and we'll talk to you again in between 20